Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you're just joining for the first time, welcome. I have a deck review. This is a new release. I don't remember exactly when, but I know it's a new release. This is the Daily and Guidance 52 card deck and guidebook. This is a tapping solutions deck. So if you've ever heard of the tapping, the tapping that you can do. I have taken courses in it and stuff, and I use the tapping solution just about daily. And when I seen this deck, I was like, no way, really? So, of course, I had to order it. I have looked through it. It just arrived today, and I just could not wait. So, I have looked through it, but everything's in order. I have not shuffled it yet. And this is just, oh my goodness. You can pause to read that if you want. So again, if you know anything about the tapping solution, oh my gosh, it's pretty life-changing if I'm being completely honest. But let's get everything out of the box. So we have this in here, and there's a QR code for the online app. And oh, I wanted to show you the inside of the box here, the top cover. It shows you the tapping points. So if you're familiar with tapping, you'll be familiar with this. If you're not, here's a little, I'm not going to go all into this about tapping. You can look it up and everything. There just wouldn't be enough time in the video. So let's go ahead and first we will look at the book really quick. And I've already started reading the book. So here's your table of contents. And these are all of the cards. Then you get about the author, introduction, tapping basics, what is tapping? And you can go ahead and screenshot that to read it if you're interested, or pause to read. You get the history of tapping, getting to know the tapping points. And again, that shows you on the inside of the box, which is really nice. Tapping tips. And I've already read through this today. I couldn't resist. I was going to wait and unbox it with you guys, but how to use this card deck. It says pick a card at random. So you can use it however you want, or you can use it depending on your situation. So then you go into the cards and it just gives you a longer explanation of each card. I'm not sure if this cloth is going to be our best bet for lighting. We will see, because I really want you guys to see the beauty in these cards. So yeah, I'm going to take that out for now. And here is the deck. There's your tapping things, but I'll show you. So let's go ahead and zoom in. So I do want to say, hold on. So I do want to say you don't have to use this deck just for the tapping purposes. If you want to use it just for an oracle, it's absolutely mind-blowing artwork. And you could just use it for an oracle deck if you're not familiar with the tapping, or while you're getting used to or familiar with tapping, if it's something you're interested to or interested in. And I will tell you again, it's life-changing. So let's go ahead and look at the cards. And I really hope that my camera is going to pick up these colors, because they are, oh my gosh, the art in this deck is beyond words. Even my 11-year-old daughter was blown away by these. I'm trying to fix the lighting as we're going here, because I just feel like it's not. we're gonna try this. Okay, so our first card here, we have this beautiful horse. I am strong and resilient. So if you were going to use this card for tapping purposes, you have all that right here on the back. On the side of your hand, you would tap right here. You can use one finger or two. That's one of your meridians. And you would say this verse here while you're doing your hand. Then you go right up to your eyebrow and you would be saying this as you're tapping your eyebrow. Then you would go to the side of your eye and you would be saying this one, and so on and so forth. Under eye, under nose, under mouth, collarbone, underarm, and top of head. And while you do each one of those, you would be saying this, and you are programming your meridians, kind of like, I guess that's the best way I could explain that. And you will definitely feel better. I mean, it may take a little bit of time, or you can do them over and over. You can do these as much as you'd like. You get a card number down here. And then, of course, you get this beautiful, guys. I mean, look at this art. It's like hand painted, it looks like. I don't know if it is for sure, but that's what it looks like. And it is so gorgeous. The cards are matte. They're very nice. And again, you could use it just for an oracle deck and a tapping deck. Clarity is on its way. So say you're focusing on getting clarity on something, you know, you could use this card as a focal point and do the tapping. Even though things may feel unclear, I trust that clarity is coming. Then you would go to your eyebrow. I am ready to trust. Then the side of your eye, that everything will be okay. Under your eye, I relax my mind and body. Under the nose, there is nothing to figure out right now. Under the mouth, things are lining up for my greater good. Collarbone, the universe is supporting me. Underarm, I let go and trust. Top of head, clarity is on its way. And you can do this 2-3 times, doesn't matter, however, so much as you choose. So we're going to go through, and some of them I'll flip over. I'm not going to flip over every one of them. Obviously, we'll be here all day, but just look at this art. I express myself openly and authentically. I am grounded in the present moment. I did do this exercise today. It felt great. Some of us will sit and, you know, if you're a person of on a spiritual path, you know, we have to ground. And I found this card to be very, a very easy way to ground. And I can't find my other word right now. A very easy way to ground. And oh my gosh, I can't even think of the word. It worked. It was beautiful. So I am grounded in the present moment. So I will end up keeping this card very close to me. It will be here on my reading table. If I am at my witchcraft altar over there, it will be there. And here you are. You do these steps and you are coming into one with yourself again, right? You're grounded. You don't have to sit there. As much as I love to sit there and envision the roots and close my eyes, and you know, I'll still continue to do that. But this is a faster way. Sometimes you need that fast, quick grounding to go on, to be able to move on to your next you know, your next activity of the day. I think it would also be something really nice to use first thing in the day when you're sitting down to do your card pulls while you're having your coffee or your morning drink or whatever, your morning rituals, and again at nighttime. And if you want to do 4 different 4 of these different ones a day. You can do as many as you want. It's not harmful or anything to the body. I am worthy of love. I am filled with energy and enthusiasm. Just look at this. Just look at the artwork. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I release the pressure to be perfect. You guys, look at him. Oh my gosh. Look at the beauty in this. Oh my gosh. I was blown away when I opened this deck today and started going through it. I choose to see the magnificence in the mundane. I am going to speed it up a little because I am going to turn each card over in case anyone wants to screenshot and try one of these, in case you decide you want to get the deck. I purchased mine off Amazon. I'm not affiliated or anything. Just letting everybody know where I get my stuff and what I recommend or whatnot. Look at this. I am safe. For those times or those moments, those days you just feel unsafe. You know what I mean? Start tapping. I would like to get on here and start doing some of these, face in the place, turn the camera around, I slow down and check in with my needs. Look at, and you're going to hear me say that a lot, but just look at. I have the confidence I need to get started. I am courageous. Look at how beautiful this is. And again, even if you're like falling in love with this imagery, go for it. You don't have to use it as a tapping deck. You could very well use it as an oracle deck, and I'm very much going to as well. And it'd be great to use one of these as your daily pull too. I mean, I like to pull a tarot card each day, and then sometimes an oracle, most times an oracle. And I think I would do that and see which one comes up and see, does that resonate with me for the day? Does it resonate a little bit with my tarot pull? And maybe that's the universe telling you, maybe you should tap to that. Tap to that. I surrender my worries. All parts of me are worthy of love and acceptance. And look at the little feller. Today I choose joy. I am deserving of success. This challenge is my chance to grow and bloom. That is beautiful. Look at this. And this card here is just darling. Me and my little girl were like, oh my gosh. And we were oohing and ahhing over this deck. It was a lot of fun. She's 11 years old and she also reads the cards too. I mean, obviously not for other people. She's still learning on her own and has been since before she could speak. So she loves, every once in a while, she'll come in my office here, my witchy space, my sacred space. And she caught eye of this and she's like, Mom, what is that? Is that a new deck? I was like, yes. I was like, you want to look at it with me? And so we went through all the cards and oh my goodness, we were oohing and ahhing and it was a lot of fun. Hope lights my path and guides my steps. I release any guilt and acknowledge my growth. And I just can't get over this artwork. Everything about this deck. I would have to say this is probably one of my most favorite deck purchases this year. I am more than my thoughts. I mean, there's so much meaning, and I've also I've taken the course in this, so it's very, very touching for me. I respect and prioritize my own desires. And again, look at this artwork. I find peace through my breath. Oh my gosh. I release regret and welcome new opportunities. And you can just get lost in this imagery, I'm telling you. I am clever and resourceful. Now, I think, but I can't be positive. I know that I discovered this looking through Hay House, because I do get the Hay House card club subscription, but I had went on there the other day just checking them out, because they always have some pretty good sales. And that's where I discovered this deck. I believe you can get it there cheaper than you can on Amazon, but I am very impatient, and Hay House, in my opinion, takes a little while to get here, and I'm in the US, so I just went ahead and paid the extra for Amazon. And I did have to wait a few days for this one. Usually I get overnight shipping most times, or one day. But either way, if you're really interested in the deck, Hay House, I believe, has it for a cheaper price than Amazon. I value and prioritize my sleep. I disconnect to reconnect. And I'm just going to flip through, guys, so my video doesn't lose sound. Oh my gosh, right? My dreams are coming true. This is beautiful. I declutter my space to declutter my mind. I support my body through loving thoughts and actions. Look at that little guy. I am peacefully productive. I find blessings in disguise. I am in control of my financial destiny. Look at how beautiful. Patience leads me to the best outcome. Even the backs of the cards have this pretty border, which makes up the front of the card. This is adorable too. Movement brings me joy. I accept others as they are. When I flipped this card over, my daughter, her eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. And she says, Aunt Robin, which is my sister who passed away. We lost her a couple years ago. And my sister always took her to see the hot air balloons. They would chase the balloons. They would go to all the stops. And Oh, my heart just sank when she screamed that. She was like, "Yeah, Robin." So, getting this deck was just like, I don't know. I can't describe in words how much I feel for this deck. I could not believe when I seen that they had a tapping solutions deck. But here it is. My confidence grows every day. I am present with those I love. Look at this. I am never alone on my journey. My goodness. It's time for action. And again, this is another, like, look at this. It's just, wow. That's all I can say. Like I said, mind blowing, blown away. I let go of what I cannot control. And I have a clear and focused mind. This beautiful eagle. Just look at it looks like paint, right? Painted. Okay, so this will be my first time shuffling, and we'll pull a card. Let me zoom us out. Okay, so if you're going to use it for an oracle deck, just shuffle this way, and you don't have to, focus on, if you're shuffling, you're not going to be able to see what's written, and you could pull your card. I eat with gratitude and intention. I respect and prioritize my own desires. Oh, I got the beautiful horse. But anyways, yeah, you could definitely use it for just an oracle. Shuffles beautifully. I would call this the backs of the cards, so I'm going to give it a good riffle shuffle. I don't know, my nails, I just did my nails, so they're pretty long, so usually they get stuck. So give a good shuffle, and we'll pull a card. Okay, today I choose joy. So we'll turn over there. And here is the tapping techniques for that. If you would like to try that, zoom down just a little bit and we'll get the book, and it is card 21. So let's see. Okay, today I choose joy. So often we think that life happens to us and that joy is something we stumble upon if we're lucky. But what if you looked at yourself as someone whose primary job is to create joy? This card is inviting you to shift your perspective. Instead of waiting for joy to find you, why not actively seek it out? How would you see the world differently if your number one job was to create joy? Remember, life doesn't have to be perfect to be joyful. Even in challenging times, pockets of joy are waiting to be discovered. It might be as simple as snuggling up with a warm blanket and a cup of tea, calling a friend to make plans, or noticing a beautiful sunset. Today, challenge yourself to actively seek out those pockets of joy. Plan them into your day, no matter how small. Remember, often it's the simplest things that bring the most delight. And here's a beautiful truth. Creating joy for others is one of the surest and easiest ways to feel it yourself. When you uplift someone else, that joy reflects back to you. So today, choose joy. Open your heart to seek it. Seek it in the ordinary and extraordinary moments alike. Remember, you are not just a passive receiver of joy. You are a joy creator. How will you create and spread joy today? Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to hold this up in case anybody wants to screenshot that because it was the card pulled. Maybe it's a sign for someone. Maybe someone needs that. And remember, you can tap to your heart's desire. And again, here are your tapping points. When you're doing underarm, you're not touching the arm. You're touching, it's almost like your rib cage, just so you know, where it says underarm. You're not up in your armpit, but you are like right on the side kind of the breast, and you'll feel that, like that bone part there. But those are our tapping points. And if you have glasses, just do the best that you can if you have glasses on, because you're trying to read this too. So just do like right above, or just loosen. You'll figure out a way. I mean, I wear readers and I have to have them in order to see what I'm doing. But thank you for joining me for this review. Let me know what you think of this absolutely breathtaking deck. I love to hear your guys' feedback. Again, this is the Tapping Solutions Daily Guidance. Guys, I can't recommend this deck. Well, gals, I can't recommend this deck enough. Go get your copy. Thank you for watching and joining me for this review. Take care and be blessed.